Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is your girl T, and you're watching T Timeline. If it's your first time here, welcome to the vibes, welcome to the realness, welcome to the whatever goes on this channel. It's always good vibes. So I just wanted to let you stop and go ahead and subscribe if it's your first time here. And today we're going to be talking about why I left corporate. Yes, drum roll for that one day. So I have been getting a lot of requests, a lot of questions asking me, why did you do it? How did you do it? What motivated you to do it? And the list goes on. So I just figured, why not just do a video addressing this drastic change in my life. So where do I begin? I started working in corporate, I want to say about 10 years ago, and in the US, that is. And it was amazing. It was very different. I certainly grew along the way. I was never put it this way. When I migrated from Jamaica, I was working at a hotel, and I was working maybe $7 an hour. No, back up. When I first came to the States, I was working on a program. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with work programs and so on. So I came up and I did my internship in Orlando. And I wasn't really getting paid like a salary. I was getting more like a stipend, which is it was like $100 a week, I want to say, at the time. And that would be going just to Brianna, honestly, to whatever she might have needed at the time, and so on and so forth. Went back to Jamaica, came back here, and then I started working at a hotel. So that hotel, when I started, I was working like $7 an hour. Yep, $7 an hour. And I did that job with so much pride. I did that job so good. I was excellent at what I did. I'm a people person, so working at a front desk of a hotel, especially with my background of working at Sandals back in Jamaica and super clubs, I felt like I was ready. And I was doing really well. I enjoyed it, even though I was making that much money. I had support of my ex-husband at the time, and I was good. Even though I was making that little, I was like, to me, I'll grow, I'll get there. Anyways, I branched off and I jumped into property management, which I loved. I did that until I quit. I did that, just worked for different companies. I worked for some great companies along, on my journey. I'm not gonna name them, but each company added something to me, so every time that I would leave, because I don't know if for those of you who are not familiar, when you work in property management, there's a lot of times where new companies will come in and try to buy properties or buy out the company or buy the management company or whatever it might be. And there are times when this company coming in to purchase, and they'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to keep the staff under the new management, or the new company that's coming in might say, I'm not going to keep the new staff. I have my own staff. So that leaves these employees in limbo. Either you're going to continue with the new company continue with the company that you're currently with, meaning they're going to place you somewhere, or you're going to stay with the new company, or you're just going to be without a job. So typically when these things happen, corporate will come down and they'll tell you, okay, such and such, the property is up for sale. McDonald's is buying the company. They don't have staff, but you need to stay throughout the sale. If you stay throughout the sale, you'll get a bonus, because of course, in the middle of a sale, they don't want the staff to start looking for new jobs. And so they give you like a little incentive so you can stay. Sometimes, and it goes based off of your salary, right? So some persons will get, a substantial amount, especially if you're high up there in salary or rank. some like regular employees, you know, and by the time they tax it, you're left with really nothing, but it's an incentive. It's gonna be $1 more than what you never had yesterday. So anyways, just to explain to you, that's how these things go. So I would always change management companies because a new company would come in, but I was so fortunate along my career that the companies that I was working for at the time, they would have placed me. So they would let me know, like, Tanisha, okay, we're selling to this company, but don't worry, we have a place for you, right? So my first time when I experienced this Bryce was a year old, I want to say, 2 years old. Bryce was 2 years old when I experienced my first sale. The company I was with, they secured me, they placed me in a new job with them. And that happened again, and they didn't have anything for me. So I started with a new management company, went there, didn't really like it because of the distance. So I ended up switching, went to do something totally different, like sales, until I made my way back into property management. And then from that, we went through a sale with that company. It happens a lot. Went through that with another company. I was faced with a decision at that point. I was like, okay, what do I do? I was with that company for like 4, going on 5 years. I was I wouldn't say I was unhappy, but I felt like I needed change. I wasn't growing in that company. So I prayed about it, and I was like, at the time I had just started Tea Cooks with Flav, and I was like, okay, I'm not confident enough to leave my job, but if God want me to leave and go focus on my business, He'll show me. So I waited until I ended up getting an interview with another company that I saw that was coming, and I was like, all right, if it's mine, I will get it. But the company that was purchasing where I was, they also interviewed me and they were interested. However, when I found this new company, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with them. I needed change. It was a better position, job security and all of that, because at the time I was told that this was gonna be like a 5-year project. So I was like, all right, by now in the next 5 years, my business should be at a place where I can feel comfortable to like leave, you know, focus on my own thing, because I needed that freedom with my time. Because for all of us that work in corporate, we know your money is secure, but your time is limited with your family, with your friends. It is a big sacrifice that we make every day when we go out there to work for someone, and we all know the things that come behind it in terms of not feeling valued. Some companies, I'm not speaking on every company, but we all have different experiences, right? So at this point in my career now, I was like, all right, you're getting a better position. It's good enough money. It's more money than what you were making. It's not very far from the kids' school. Go for it. So I said, all right, I took the job, and I was very happy when I started with the company. Now, this is the last company that I was just with before I stopped working. So, when I started out in a certain position. Later on, I was promoted to a higher position, you know, better pay and all of that, which was good because, you know, I was trying to buy a house, and there are certain goals that I had for myself that I was like, you know what, this is putting me in the right position to excel at all the things that I wanted to do. I had just lost Bryce's dad. For those of you who don't know, my son's dad died to COVID last year. So that put a strain on me financially. It put a strain on our family, emotionally, everything. So I am now fully the breadwinner that I have to do and make sure that I can provide for my children. So I was happy with this promotion and everything. Now working for this company, like I said, I felt great because I was doing things the right way. I was learning. I was, I was brought into rooms with, other women who, at the time I thought were like, oh my God, you know, these women are so amazing, which I still think they're amazing. However, while I'm doing that, I'm still trying to not lose sight of tea cooks, because I knew what my destination would have been, which would not be corporate, it would be there, but I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? Because as we know, everything takes time, and I kind of wanted to use my corporate job to cushion myself, pay my bills, while I build my business outside of that. Couldn't just jump up and leave. So anyways, we were approached with the news, after not being with the company for not even a year. I was approached with the news that, hey, we're about to sell. I panicked, because I'm like, what? I'm gonna go through this again. I just went through this. I came here. I wasn't pushing so much into tea cooks at the time, because I was very busy with corporate work. I was overworked. I was running myself to the ground. I was not sleeping very well. I had deadlines to meet. You had unrealistic goals. You had people who were on top of you who were just like, at one point I started to wonder, like, I wonder if, you know, the people higher up above think that we're like robots. So I started to become very discouraged, because once I found out that we're selling, but then here comes corporate saying, don't worry, we got you. You're gonna be good. We have positions that are gonna be open. Don't worry. Da da da. So this is after you put out all of your time, your energy, your efforts, you know, sacrifice time with your family, with your kids, only to hear in the last minute, not from your company, but from the company that's taking over, that, hey, by the way, we don't have a position for you. So, yeah, this is it. So at that time I was like, wow, still haven't heard from like my company. I reached out to them and I'm like, hey, I know that we have some other properties coming. Would I be able to like get something? It was like, oh, well, when those positions open up, we'll let you know, type thing. And in my head, I'm like, what happened to that energy that they came in with, saying, don't worry. But I think all of that was just so that you didn't leave to go find something else, because deep down they knew that you were not going to be offered anything. You know, and it was a couple of persons that was in that same situation. But however, I pushed through, I did my thing to the end. And it was at that moment where I said, you know what? I think God is trying to tell me something. He showed me a lot. He showed me and revealed a lot of persons to me who I thought would have had my back. And it brought me right back down to my business, which is what I started. And I'm like, you know what, Tanisha? Don't go looking for another job. Try to focus on yourself, because this is going to keep happening. You're going to put your trust and your belief into a company, and they're going to tell you all these wonderful things when you're there and you're working and you're producing for them. You're amazing. You're the best person in the world. But then when it was time for them to have my back, I felt like they didn't. I felt like not even on my last day, I was not told thank you. I was not told thank you for all you did here. I was not told great job. Nothing. It was like, we don't need her anymore. So there's no need to give her a tap on the shoulder, like a motivation to say, hey, I know you have your 2 kids. How are you managing? How are you planning to manage? How are you going to do this? You know, nobody cared. And that was my moment when I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my business. However hard it is going to be, I don't care. I'm going to focus on my business, because I never ever wanted to feel that way again. So with that being said, I spoke to a couple of my friends, business partners. I called Coconut Cup, I called Spice Jamaica, and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna have no work, you know. This is what's going on with my job. And they were both clapping. I mean, I said, why are they clapping? And they're like, T, it's time. It's time. You need to focus on yourself. These people did this to you. say thank you. You know what I mean? Just bow out gracefully and just say thank you, because corporate will always be there. If anything, you can always go back if things don't work out, but at least bet on yourself and try. And after that conversation with them, I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna try. Because it's not like I'm gonna start from the scratch. I already had it brewing, you know, but certain times I would get phone calls and I wasn't able to do it because I was tied up with work. And one thing about me, if I'm dedicated to a job, if you're paying me to do something, I'm gonna do it to the fullest. I'm not gonna cheat you out of your time. I'm gonna go full force and do what I know I have to do. So I was neglecting my business. So it's like, from corporate slapped me in the face like that, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to just try to focus on, you know, me. And I did, and I've been, you know, just doing different things, tapping into different purposes, and new ideas are coming to me every day. I'm able to breathe. I'm able to be home with my kids. I'm able to cook a home cooked meal for them every single day. You know, I'm able to be more involved. I'm not coming home at 7 o'clock at night anymore, 8 o'clock at night anymore, tired and drained, and not trying to hear how their day went, and feeding them fast food every evening, and the weight gain with my kids and stuff like that because of the fast food. So it's like, I felt like I poured out my all and it wasn't benefiting my family at all. So it's like God had to shake things up, and that's how he chose to do it. So however hurt I felt or heartbroken I felt because I felt like corporate didn't care about me, I want to thank them. Everyone who was in the position to keep me afloat, keep me employed and didn't, I thank them, because that pushed me to be a better business owner. It pushed me, it helped me to motivate others. I remember a young lady reached out to me and she was like, after I saw that you quit corporate, I quit too. Not because you did it first, but because I saw this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and she was also working on something outside of just her regular job. But seeing me do it, it gave her the strength that she needed to just leave, you know? And that message, when I read it, I think a tear fell out of my eye, because I'm like, wow. And the overwhelming messages that I got, let me not even begin on the messages that I got from strangers that were like, oh my goodness, how you do it, how you did it, how are you doing it? How I'm doing it is I'm grinding every day. I'm trying my best to get clients. I'm trying my best to pave a way for my kids. I'm trying to show other people, other women, that it can be done. If corporate fired you, if they, whatever, made you redundant, whatever it is, find something deep within you. Businesses are not easy. A lot of people, and not everyone is made to be a business owner. So it's not easy. Don't feel like so because people over there are making it look like it's a breeze. It's not. And you can't ask any other business owner that. It's not. It's a lot of responsibility. But if you have worked in corporate, you know that it molds you to, first of all, it disciplines you, because you have to know, hold yourself accountable. I have to get up every single morning, and I've created a routine for myself. Routine is very important. So if this is something that you're looking to do, don't feel like you can lay down in your bed till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then just roll over and start your day at 12 o'clock. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. I'm up in the mornings by 5:30 is when my mornings start. I get up, I wake up Brianna, even though she's self-sufficient, she'll wake up herself, but I'm just that second alarm for her. Then I wake up Bryce, get him going. Then I get myself going. I go to the gym for an hour, things that I was not able to do when I was working in corporate because I was too tired, so I couldn't get up so early. Brianna would be missing the bus a lot too because I never get up in time to wake her up because I'm tired. So it's just like my life, I felt like was falling apart. But I'm so grateful for that journey because it molded me, you know. And I by 3-4 o'clock I'm done working. So throughout the day I'll create my content, I'll do what I need to do, and like I said, I created that routine for myself. And the best part about it is feeling free. Is it easy? No, it's not. Sometimes I'll post old content on my page and people will think, oh my God, she's making so much money every day I post. It's not an event. Half the time I don't post in real time. So sometimes it's just promo. You just have to constantly be relevant, keep going, don't give up. If you're running a business and you don't feel like the money is coming in fast enough, it's not just you, it's all of us. It's all of us, but you just have to believe in yourself. You just have to believe that, look, better must come. And if a month come where you've gotten a big lump sum of money because you did have a huge event, don't blow it. You know what I mean? So it's all about how you manage your money. It's all about time management, you know. So just implement those things that you've learned over the years in corporate. That's what I've been doing, and I'm just applying it to my life, and I'm applying it. So that's why I cannot bash corporate. I can only speak my truth. Yes, it did hurt. Yes, it did make me feel used because I know how much I gave to that company. And it's probably the only company that I've worked for that I never, like, even left, and I probably have a relationship with just one person. You know what I mean? Because everyone else is like, you are just a number, and that's okay. Because that created my mind to be a lot stronger than what it is. And I'm just grateful for that, but that is the reason or what pushed me into doing corporate full time. It was that little hurdle that I had to overcome, and I could have started looking for other jobs, but I chose to just focus on me for a second and see how I did. So far, so good. It's not busy all the time. I constantly am trying to get clients. I constantly am trying to evolve. There's so many different things and that I want to do. I'm working on a project right now that I'm going to be releasing to you guys within the next month. It is also something that I've always been trying to get off the ground, and I wasn't able to at the time because of, you know, other commitments to work and so on. So just be patient with me. For those of you who have been rocking with me, like, you guys don't understand how much your messages, your comments mean to me, because I sit there and I read and I was like, wow, these people really check for me, and I've never met a lot of you, you know? So it really makes me feel good, like, yes, I'm doing something. Not perfect at what I do. None of us is perfect, but as long as you have the right mindset, you can do it. I'm not telling anybody to go jump and leave their corporate job. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm also saying, if you have a passion, if there's something that you are passionate about, you're an artist, you've always wanted to become a mixologist or a bar, whatever it might be, start it on the side while you work. Make time for it. Let me give you guys an example of what I mean. When I was working in corporate, I would have to be at work by 9 o'clock, for example, with one of the companies I was with. I had to be at work for 9, but I used to sell plates on a Friday. Now, I can't just get up on a Friday and prep and do everything Friday. I would have to start from like Wednesday, right? So what I would do is, let's say Monday was busy day, so for work, so I didn't try to get too tired Monday morning. So Tuesday morning, I know I have to be at work by 9 o'clock. So what I would do is I would get up 7 o'clock, shower, get dressed for work, go to restaurant depot, come home, drop off the stuff or keep them in my car if it's not anything that needs to be refrigerated, go to work, right? And then when I get home, I sort and I organize. Wednesday now is my shopping day. So I go buy the fish, I go buy the chicken, and I clean up. So I'll go and buy the stuff again in the morning, 7 o'clock. I'm the first one in the store, in the grocery store. Take it home, leave it out on the counter so it can thaw out by the time I get home. And you best believe that Wednesday night, when I get through the door at 7 o'clock, I'm up until 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's how long it would take me to clean the chicken, to clean the fish, to do whatever it is, prep. Thursday, I'm heavy promo. I'm making my escovitch sauce. I'm doing things that is gonna make my workload lighter on the Friday. And then on Friday, my manager at the time had given me a leeway to leave work an hour early because I wouldn't take a lunch break on a Friday. that was the sacrifice that I made. And I did that for a year and a little bit, just so that way I could stay relevant and make extra money, because I needed the money at the time. So I still need it, but even though I was working, I needed extra money, and that's how I got it. So I made a sacrifice to myself. At the time when I was heavy on YouTube and T-Cooks, I'd get up in the mornings, go to the gym, 5 o'clock, record, then go to work. So whatever I would record that morning is what the kids would eat for lunch. So I say all of this to say, life is about sacrifice. If there's something good that you want, you know it's a go for run feed. It's not gonna come easy. So you can't just look at somebody over there, you don't know the sacrifices. When I was in my kitchen, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, just going to bed, knowing that I have to get up at 9 or before 9, because I have to get the kids together to go to school. Those were the sacrifices that I made that made me stronger, which is why I was able to take this leap of faith. So that when corporate tried me, I was able to be like, let me go try for myself, because I'm tired of it, you know? So focus on you, find out what your passion is. And if you don't have a passion, that's fine. Just keep working, keep grinding, make your money, milk corporate, and get everything that you can get out of them. But always remember, make time for you, because they're gonna replace you. If you drop dead, if something happened, you are going to be replaced. Okay? So create a good work-life balance for yourself, because it's not fair to you and it's not fair to your families. And when I speak on this, I speak about all the people, even the ones at the top, because I know that there's a lot of people in corporate that is unhappy. And when I say corporate, I'm talking at the corporate level, the managers, the directors. A lot of them who have to answer to owners, they are also equally miserable as us, the little people that was down below, because they don't have time for their families, because they were so busy on top of us. So I couldn't even be mad at them, because they have so many things going on, right, with their daily lives. I'm sure a lot. I even hear one manager one day say, "Oh my God, I forgot to pick up my kids." I'm like, see, that's what corporate did to us. That's what it did to me, and it was a great stepping stool for me. And I'm not gonna bash them, because you don't know where you end up in life, and I don't know if later on I might need a corporate job. Who knows? But I'm taking this time out to see if I can do it for myself first. This is where it starts for me. That's why I left. That's why I'm no longer there. I do miss it sometimes, because as I say, I'm a people person. I had a lot of residents that I met along my journey. Some of them became really close friends of mine, and just dope individuals. And I'm like, man, I miss you guys. I get text messages all the time. Some of them find me on Instagram, and they're like, girl, you left us, da da da. And I'm like, man, I'm so sorry. But I just have to do this for me. And if there's anyone out there that's watching this video right now, I know my chat off the ears. I'm like, oh my goodness, this was supposed to be like a 10-minute video. But if there's anyone out there that you're pondering about what to do, you have something that you're passionate about, the time is now. Life is short, and take that step, take that leap of faith, put a little bit more time into your business, and see and watch it grow gradually, and you're gonna see if it was meant for you, it's gonna be for you. You know, don't jump and quit your job. Set up a plan in motion, put a plan in place, set it in motion, execute. You can do it. You're at corporate, you're supposed to be there for 8 hours, okay? And there's 24 hours in a day. So take another 5 and focus on yourself. Give that to yourself. Going into the new year, give that to yourself as a gift. I'm gonna give myself, start out with 3 hours. I'm gonna give myself 3 hours out of my day to give to me. Try that and see. Try that and see, you know? And for those of you who are still in corporate, keep pushing. If that's your passion, then that's your passion. That is it. Not everyone was made to be entrepreneurs, and that's it. You know, keep pushing, keep grinding, and work your way to the absolute top. Work your way to the top. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, you know? But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope I was extra clear. I hope I didn't step on anybody's corn toe, and I hope that I was able to motivate someone. I hope that I was able to, you know, I was very transparent with you guys. It's not easy, but we just have to keep pushing. We just have to be innovative. We just have to trust God. Keep promoting yourself like it's nobody's business, and stay tuned because I have a big announcement coming of my product that I'm about to drop on the market, and I would love all your support. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna keep motivating you guys. I'm gonna keep inspiring you guys as much as I can. I'm gonna go ahead and have my lunch. I know I told you guys that I was on a diet. Well, I was really like kind of watching what I eat, and I've been like working out a lot in the mornings. I promised to do a video on that. It's just so hard in the mornings. Like most of the time I don't feel like it, but I still go and I do. So I'm gonna have this. It's really good. If you like Suppligen, because this is actually, they said it helps to burn fat. My coach recommended this. It's actually delicious. It's vanilla flavored. They have strawberry and they have chocolate. But I love Suppligen. This is my Suppligen replacement. So I have one of this per day. I drink it very cold. It's 15 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar. It has 5 grams of fiber and 2 net carbs, right? It's a very rich protein shake, and it's gluten-free. And like I said, it helps to burn fat. It's called Atkins. Look at me giving them a free promo. But it's really good. I get it at Publix. You can get it at, I don't know, any local grocery store. I like the vanilla, but once I have this, it holds me over for like another 3 hours, you know, before I want anything. So this is gonna be my lunch. This morning I had some egg whites and toast, like a whole nut, grain nut toast. And I had a grapefruit, and then now this is gonna be my lunch, and then I'm gonna make some salmon later on for dinner for myself. And Bryce typically would eat that, and Bree, I don't know what she's gonna eat. Maybe I have to cook something for her. But anyways, thank you guys again for watching. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll see whenever I post, and I will definitely catch you in my next video.